So my business is Hairy-Az Beard Love, and it's a natural beard care product business for men primarily. And we officially launched last month in March 2024. It's been in development for 2 to 3 years, and we make by hand our own products. We've got beard oils, butters and balms, and we're aiming to be a proper-for-purpose social enterprise. I came to Lawpath. I've been involved in a startup incubator here in Adelaide, and through the cohort of other startups that we went through, we shared problems that were common problems that we're facing. And one of my fellow founders, he mentioned that he was using Lawpath. He actually got me onto your service, and how he had used Lawpath to help set up the business, and the consultations with the lawyers just to go through some tricky questions and help frame questions and frame problems. And then the service of the range of different tools and templates that you have there to use. So then I went and had a look at Lawpath, and I was like, great, this is great. This has everything I need for now to get started. So we've actually used Lawpath to set up our business and to register the business and use the different tools, the shareholder agreements, director agreements. And through the library that's available there, I'm using some non-disclosure agreements now, the terms of agreement for the website and shipping policy and privacy policy, and then using the service of getting consults with the lawyers just to go through some of the finer points of all those different tools has been my journey with Lawpath. It's been fantastic. I wouldn't have been able to get the level of assistance in those areas otherwise, because simply going to a lawyer on an hourly rate for each of those questions, we just don't have the capital for that. So Lawpath has been fantastic to solve some of those challenges for me, and I've since been recommending it to pretty much everyone else that I talk to, especially in the startup space. I use the library of tools a lot. They're very great and they're very easy to customize. The platform that Lawpath provides, where you can get a tool like a shareholder agreement, for example, and it walks you through all the key elements where you need to input your data, and then explains each point where you might need to customize each thing and what that means. And then you can book in your half-hour consult with the lawyer to just go through. I did one recently to go through the terms of agreement for the website and key things around privacy and shipping. And he was able to just go through, here's some key things you need in your business. These are the things you need to worry about. And also outline that given the size and scale of what I'm trying to do with the beard care products and the sector that I'm in, that the level of risk is a lot lower than I probably was worried about. These are the key things I need to focus on. It was a younger fellow, and you just want to learn about the business and what I'm trying to do, and very engaging, and then said, all right, well, here's some of the things you need to think about. Here's some of the documents you probably need to work out and do. This is just before we'd set up the company, so he said, all right, well, here's what you need to do, and here's key steps you need to tick off. The key documents like shareholder agreement and different things like that. Some key factors within those to maybe consider. He was very straightforward, and then he was able to cover some of the points that the customer engagement team sort of goes beyond what they can specifically talk about. I was able to talk to them more about what Lawpath could provide in terms of service to help me set up the company through the platform. And then he was able to cover off some of those more legal questions around, shareholders agreement, make sure you cover this, this and this. Directors agreement, this and this. And that's the key bits that I was already had a sort of broad understanding of, but just have those reminders and affirmation that these are things you need to focus on, and then that'll be fine. So for me, we got into this with best expectations, but also keeping realistic. So it's currently a side hustle. My wife and I still work our day jobs, some sort of family commitments, everything else. And my aim is always that I wanted this to get to a point, phase one, we want to get to the point where we have a solid foundation and it's sustainable. We're ideally covering costs and maybe making some growth for the future. We aren't looking for any overnight success. We want this to be a nice little organic process. Part of this for me is to learn by do, so that application of the MBA and learning how to do all these things like setting up the company and, starting the business and building a website. And now my next challenge is the social media machine and marketing and advertising. So working through all those processes and those journeys. And then, if this is a thing, and if we are managed to get a foothold in what is a very competitive market, well aware of that, and make some sales, make some revenue, and through that have some impact, social impact through our strategy there, and that's a win for us. And if it gets to a point that we have to ask ourselves seriously, is this a side business or is this a main business, and make a decision around that, that's a good problem to have. But right now, we're just looking to get things settled, get things started, and build a good foundation for the future. If someone was considering whether to join Lawpath or what could Lawpath do for them, I'm an advocate. I say, look, Lawpath provides a great range of services at a very economical price point. They have all the tools and the templates that you will need to get started. And not just for business, but there's a lot of stuff that you can use outside of your business in just your day-to-day life as well. The consults are a big value add that you get, and at the price point that Lawpath offers, it's just great value for money. So you get all the tools that you need, and then if you've got any questions about how to use them, you can get your half-hour consult about each individual tool or your business as a whole. The service that Lawpath provides in just supporting setting up the company is very easy to use. It's great for us. And then there's connections to further legal assistance if you need be. But the tools that I have used is a library of templates, those 30-minute consults, and then the guide to help set up business.